Welcome folks, I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi guys!
We're looking at the final trailer for Mulan. Here we go, let's check this out.
Oh.
Close the gates!
6 of our northern cities have fallen in a coordinated attack. Their leader fights alongside a witch.
Crush these murderers.
Your Majesty.
Every family must contribute 1 man to fight.
You're a war hero. You've already made many great sacrifices.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
The northern invaders will kill her.
If I expose her, our own people will kill her.
When we take the Imperial City, I will take revenge. For my father!
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
You will now take the oath of the warrior. Loyal! Brave! True! Release!
You will die pretending to be something you're not.
Yet here I stand, proof that there is a place for people like us.
A girl threatens our plans.
A warrior.
All right. So there was like snippets of new stuff in that trailer. Most of it was stuff we'd already seen. It's just sort of like a remix of the stuff we'd already looked at. But I sort of overheard you talking before in your edit of your own video, and one of the things that people were complaining about was how like it looks all
because like
kung fu.
So in
Crouching
that
Tiger.
Exactly, in that little teaser, they were like, oh, they wanted to make a realistic version of Mulan, and yet the fighting is so over the top. But for me, that is so very Chinese style. Like, I grew up watching Chinese soap operas, Chinese movies and stuff like that. And so that kind of stuff where they're running up the wall and doing these really beautiful moves, I'm like, yeah, that's what you do.
Right. House of Flying Daggers is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, I grew up watching those as well. And it got, it really took off in, I mean, I thought it really took off in that style with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where it became more of like the floaty kind of appearance, as opposed to people like jumping really far, jumping high and far. Like Crouching Tiger was the first experience I had where they were like, it looked like they were gliding.
Right, yeah. And I mean, even because there was that stuff too, and I feel like Crouching Tiger and the stuff that came after it kind of introduced that more to the West, but I'm talking about just regular, you know, TV shows that I used to watch when I was a kid in Thailand. We'd get a lot of Chinese imports.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so it was, a lot of it was like this. It was very common to just be like, oh, there's a fight scene. Now we're gonna like run up the wall and we're gonna do this thing on the roof. It's like, yeah, that's just what you do.
So there's no indication that Mushu is in here or that there is any singing of any kind, which was some of the complaints that I had heard, that it was lacking Mushu and it was lacking the singing. The thing about it is, I feel like they're really, outside of the premise of Mulan has to go to war in place of her father because her father can't fight.
Yeah.
Outside of that basic premise, I feel like this is different. It's very, very different from the cartoon. Yeah. And I think that might be the best thing possible, because when I was watching Aladdin, like the trailer that I got, I was expecting it to be 1-to-1 more, like Lion King was. And I got there and I was just upset at how they remixed it. Like they took what was from the cartoon and they like just moved the pieces around and it's like, see, it's different. And I'm like, hey, I don't like it. I don't like how it was all, I think it had a shorter, it felt like it had a shorter runtime than the cartoon, which is not true, but it felt like that. And The Lion King was 1-to-1, but there was no expressions. So I think that if they actually had facial expressions, like if their faces were more expressive like the cartoon was, maybe people would have enjoyed it more. But I personally, I didn't like Lion King either. Because like initially I was cool with it, but then afterwards I'm like, yeah, I don't ever want to watch it again because
it's like watching National Geographic.
Yeah, and there was no, I wasn't connected. So here it feels like they got the premise, the same exact premise. You know, you're familiar with that, and then you have these celebrities that you've grown. If you've been watching any martial arts movies in the past 20 years, I feel like you've seen at least a couple of these people. All they're missing is Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
You know, and Jackie Chan. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of others that you could have thrown in there if you felt like it.
Oh, right, he's in it.
Yeah. So. But what I'm getting at is, I'm actually cool with them deviating from the cartoon.
Yes.
If they're gonna tell like a more original story. It seems like they're adding in all these different elements in order to make it its own thing.
Yeah, and I like that. And I got really moved in that moment where Gong Li is fighting with her and it's like, oh crap, it's two women duking it out, you know, with magic and fight skills, and it's so cool. And I love that correction that she did to I forget who he is, the Han leader, where he's like, oh, our plans are being thwarted by a girl, and she's like, no, a warrior. I'm like, yes.
Oh,
that's right.
I almost wish you hadn't told me that.
Oh, why?
I just...
That makes you pissed off?
God.
The virtue signaling?
Jeez.
I love it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Like,
just tell the story, for God's sake. Just tell the story. Just
they are telling the story.
I think that message has been spoken. Like, I don't feel like... I'm getting hit over the head. Okay.
I love it.
I love Mulan, okay, irrespective of that virtue signaling stuff. I love Mulan. I'm gonna watch this. I'm very excited about it.
Yes.
I just realized that, I don't know why this didn't dawn on me sooner. The bird that the Hun leader had is the lady. Like, yeah. I didn't realize, like, because she's... I don't know why anyone's bitching about realistic fighting when you got this woman who's turning from a human into a bird.
And I don't know why people are bitching about that too, because if you watch enough Chinese stuff, like so many times there's a woman who's like a fox spirit or a sorceress and she can take an animal form. This is not weird. I think it's awesome.
I mean, the cartoon had magic as well. What are people looking for? I mean, this is not going to be rated R, so it's going to be something that can appeal to the family, right? So the level of violence that I don't know what people are hoping for, honestly. Like, this is the best I think you can hope for, assuming that it sticks the landing when you get there. And as long as you are emotionally taken by this, I think that it's actually smart that they evolved this. I don't know. I'm of two minds about it. Like, I would love to see the cartoon just brought to life, but the cartoon is the cartoon. Like, unless you've got Eddie Murphy in there, I don't know how, or what's her name? What's her name who played Chun-Li again? She was also on TV a bunch for ER. Ming-Na Wen, yes. Yeah. Without those voices, without those people, it's like, you're not gonna be able to recreate the magic of the cartoon, so you might as well try to find this other thing to make magical.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think that this could be really, really good. I actually have a lot of optimism for this. I mean, which is surprising even to me, given how I feel about the other installments that they've done of the Disney remakes.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dumbo was the one that I was able to stomach the most, and that's only because I hadn't watched the cartoon in a long time. But a lot of people took a dump on that as well. And so far, there hasn't been a single remake from Disney that everyone has loved, that everybody's been super happy with, right?
I'd say that Aladdin was one that a lot of people liked.
Aladdin was one that people were cool with, but I don't know anyone that said, oh my God, it was better than the original. Like, I would rather watch that 1,000,000 times more than the original. It totally surpassed it. It's like, yeah, it was fine. It wasn't like amazing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I mean, Will Smith for me saved that movie, surprisingly, because a lot of people were. Anyway, that's another conversation. There's nothing in this that reeks of like, ugh, cringe. Like, I remember when the genie first made an appearance, people were like, oh my God, like that's the genie, you know, and people had an issue with an issue. Like, there's nothing that has made me uncomfortable or upset. Like, if anything, this has just got me more excited.
Yeah.
You know, the first two trailers had me crying. I don't know why, but they did. Like, I had tears in my eyes.
I nearly cried in this too.
Yeah.
And I saw that part already. Like, she whips out her hair and it's all flowing and I'm like, oh my God, she's a girl and she's fighting and she's just like, this is who I am. Yeah. God, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Yes. Anyway.
I'm like very excited about this.
Look, can we put down the pussy hat and just like celebrate the fact that this could be an amazing film? And you know, I'm glad that we have another film that little girls can look up to. Yay, that's great. Now let's put down the pussy hat and just enjoy the film.
Look, I like wearing my pussy hat.
Jesus Christ, like, I just. All right, I'm happy. Is the short of it, and
I'm I'm crossing my fingers and just hoping, you know.
All these social justice warriors are gonna try to ruin my fun. I'm just like, just want to enjoy this.
They're coming after you right now.
Pitchforks and everything. Yeah, anyways, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed some of this discussion, and let us know your feelings in the comments below. Are you gonna watch this? How do you feel about it? Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out ACHARA KIRK. She's on the social media, and if you haven't hit that bell icon, please do that and click the all notifications thing or whatever. That's what I do every time I subscribe to somebody. I hit all notifications.
I'm like, I want to know
what's the point of subscribing if you didn't click all notifications?
Yeah.
I just want it sometimes. Yeah. Anyway.
Just a little.
Yeah. Peace out.